Hi again, everyone. Today I'll be sharing a few simple exercises that you can do to help release tight hip flexors and also the front of the thighs. Because all of us have been sitting down at home all day, what happens is the hip flexors become really tight and also the front of the thighs as well. So all you need for today is a blanket. If you don't have a blanket, you could use a towel, because we're going to have some sliding and gliding action after this. So let's begin. Coming onto your palms and onto your knees. And if you don't have a yoga mat, that is fine. You may want to put a towel below your knees for support. And from here, I'm just going to step my right leg forward in between my palms. And observing that I've got my knee and my shin bones and my ankles in one line. The back leg toes are curled in. And from here, slowly you're going to come up. See that you've got your trunk stacked directly above your hip. And we're going to stay in this position for a while, but we're going to start to activate here. Now from here, you want to go into like a posterior tilt. So think about pushing your buttocks and your hips forward and really releasing your tailbone down towards your back heel. And as soon as you do that, you'll start to feel some activity in the front of your left thigh and your left hip flexor. Now from here, as you're maintaining that posterior tilt, think about moving your front leg heel back and moving your left knee forward. So think about how they are moving towards each other without actually moving them. And you really start to feel so much activation here in the front of the thigh and the hip flexor. Keep your chest nice and lifted. Keep your trunk stacked directly above your hip. So we're really waking up the hip flexor here and the front of the thigh. And now from here, coming down, placing your palms down on the mat, we take the right leg back and we're going to do the other side. So we're going to step the left leg forward. In between the palms, left knee, shin bone, ankle in line. Curl in your back toes and start to come up. So we're in the same position as we were earlier on the other side. Now once again, we start with this posterior tilt. Think about pushing your hips and your buttocks forward, releasing that tailbone down towards the back leg heel. And now you're waking up the other side. And from here, taking it further, think about pulling your left heel towards you as you move your right knee forward. So there's this squeezing action. You're moving towards each other. And you're really waking up this side here. Just hold for a few breaths. And we release, palms down. And we take the left leg back. Now we're going to go a little deeper. Stepping your right leg forward. So same thing, you want to have your knee, shin bone, ankle in line. Now I'm going to uncurl my back leg toes. And as much as you can, you want to extend that leg back and away from you. Right, so now I'm in a lunge with the knee down on the mat or on your towel for support. And once again, I'm going to come up. You can place your palms on top of your thigh here. And once again, think about pushing the hips and the buttocks forward. So really feeling that all in the left hip flexor, left front of the thigh. Keep your chest nice and lifted. Keep your shoulders down. And to release, palms come back down. Take your right leg back. We're going to do the other side. So stepping your left leg forward. Getting that knee, shin bone, ankle in line. Uncurling your back leg toes as much as you can, really extending that leg away from you. And from here, coming up, placing your palm on top of your thigh. Now, if you're feeling a bit wobbly, really press down on the front leg, big toe. Push the hips and buttocks forward and still keep your trunk stacked directly above your hips. Lift your chest up, relax those shoulders. Just feeling all the work in the front of that thigh. And to release, palms come down and we step the left leg back. So now we're going to add in a bit of dynamic movement. So this is where the blanket will come in, or your towel. See that you've got it folded like this so it's nice and long, enough to support the front of your thigh. So I'm going to move my mat away. We only just need that blanket. And from here, once again, I'm going to come onto my palms and my knees. So I've got my left knee on the blanket. I'm going to step my right leg forward. Now I'm going to uncurl my toes. So I've got my whole shin bone and the top of my foot down on the blanket. And from here, I'm going to come up. So similar to what we had done earlier. But now, so what you can do is you can have your palms on top of your thigh. You can have your hands on your hips. Now from here, I'm going to slide this blanket back. Sliding the blanket back as I ground this bent leg foot down. Now from here, I'm going to slide in and sliding back and sliding in. So really feeling that lengthening all through the front of the thigh. Hip flexors are also working. And we're going to switch legs. So now, my right knee is going to go onto the blanket. I'm back on my palms. And I'm going to step my left leg forward now. Uncurling my toes so that my whole shin bone and the top of my foot is down on the blanket. Once again, I come up. You can have your hands on your hips. From here, we're going to slide back and slide in. Sliding back and sliding in. Good. One more time. Sliding back and sliding in. And bringing your palms down, taking your left leg back. That's all for today. Thank you very much.